It's all about a...
It's all about pirates! Who doesn't love pirates? Hi, I'm Casey.
And I'm Peyton, and this is Darcy.
And this is our special guest, Darcy. We are the Bookish Bees. We are two sisters who love talking about books almost as much as we love reading them. We wanted to talk to you today. It is summer.
It is hot.
We're in the middle of it, and we just wanted to offer our summer book recommendations, things that we've read in the summer, and the things that we want to read in the summer, then that we recommend to you. So what makes a summer read? What do you qualify as like a summery book?
I think for me it's gotta be warm. It's gotta take place in a hot place, or maybe during the summertime, or it has to be just so much fun that you feel like you're on vacation reading it.
What qualifies as like a summer read to me is something that you want to read by the pool or at the beach.
With a glass of lemonade.
Ooh!
In your hand.
My summer book recommendations, the first one that I have is A Town Like Ours by Nevil Shute. It's an excellent book.
I've read that.
Yeah. The only thing is I love this book so much. The only thing that I feel like I should mention is that there are some problematic themes. There's some problematic language, including derogatory terms. This happened in the World War II era and afterwards in Australia, and it paints such a vivid picture of these struggles that these women face, as well as the Australian landscape.
Oh yeah.
And Malaysian landscape. It's so well written. There is one scene, I feel like I should give a content warning. Casey's content warning. Gets a little steamy. The rest of the book is really good, except for that one scene. It's kind of like, oh my.
Forewarned.
Yeah, you're forewarned.
Forewarned.
You know it. Yeah, exactly. Another book that I think is perfect for the summer. It's Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Everyone in America, I feel like, has already read it except for Peyton. It's actually an interesting read. There is again, there's content that I don't approve of. But the rest of the book is very interesting. We have elements of murder mystery in the marshes of North Carolina. We have this girl who has basically raised herself. She's faced abuse and trauma. Without going into too much detail or spoiling anything, it's very neat to hear how she educates herself and how she takes care of herself. While there's also some elements of a love story in there as well. And the need for human connection. It's fascinating, but I don't want to forego mentioning that there is things that I do not approve of in this book. From Scratch by Tembi Locke is an excellent book. I don't recall there being any content in there. So Tembi Locke, it's her story, the author's story. She is a Black American actress who married an Italian chef.
Ooh.
So that we have this intercultural, interracial love story. But it's not so much as their love story. This isn't a spoiler or anything. Very early on in the book, we already know that her husband has passed away.
Oh,
I know. Yeah. It's tough too. The book is more about her grieving and her moving on and accepting his death while also appreciating their love story. I consider it a summer read because in her journey after his death he's from Sicily. She goes to Sicily with their daughter, where his family lives, and we're up against this Sicilian landscape, and it's beautiful. It makes you hungry for all these Italian foods. There's literally recipes in the book. It's so good. One of the things on my TBR that I want to read this summer is Malibu Rising, which is Taylor Jenkins Reid's new book. This one is in the 80s in Miami, that scene, so I'm really eager to read that one. And also, as I've mentioned in a previous video, the People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, which is another beachy summer read.
Some of my favorite summer reads would be Captain Blood by Rafael Sabatini. This is a historical fiction that was written in the beginning of the 20th century. It's all about
pirates! Who doesn't love pirates?
Yes, it's about a man who gets caught up in piracy and...
Sorry.
Casey's seen the movie with Errol Flynn.
It's so good. Him and Olivia de Havilland, who actually have such great chemistry.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But yeah, tell me about the book. I've not read the book.
The book is great. So it's about a doctor who is falsely accused of being a traitor and is shipped off to Jamaica as a slave. which is not okay.
Not cool.
Not cool. And then he
strongly condemned. Go ahead.
Then he escapes and becomes a pirate, which we also strongly condemn, but is super cool. But he's a pirate with standards.
Yeah, he's chivalrous thief. Alright, go ahead.
He still steals your money, but what I like about the book is not only is it obviously in a hot place, the Caribbean, but it has a lot of strategy and naval battles that you miss out in the movie.
Interesting.
So it feels like a very thinker's pirate book.
Nice.
Another book that I recommend, also set in the Caribbean, is Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. It's one of the first novels ever written, so it feels very different. And it's all about a man who gets stranded on an island and has to survive decades by himself. So it's like Castaway, is that right? Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's like Castaway, but better.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Another book that I recommend is Peril at N House by Agatha Christie. There had to be Agatha.
Yeah, for sure. What goes better? You're at the beach. Murder mystery.
Absolutely. Somebody dies.
Hand in hand.
So in this one, Poirot and Hastings, his faithful companion, go to the beach for vacation, and there's a young lady who says someone's trying to kill me, and Poirot wants to stop it before it's too late.
Ooh.
I'd also recommend The Mistress of Shenstone by Florence L. Barclay, a little-known Edwardian author. This is a romance set while a lady is at the beach, and she one day gets stranded on a rocky cliff, and then this handsome young man.
A lot of people that get stranded.
Apparently,
ooh, a handsome young man.
Yes, he
Do
does.
tell.
He's great, and they get stranded on the beach, but nothing happens.
Okay.
Because it's an Edwardian
you're right.
romance, so. But it's very sweet. And then they fall in love while on vacation.
Precious.
Right.
So what do you want to read in...
So some books that I haven't read, but I think would be great for summer, would be A Carribean Mystery by Agatha Christie. This is a Miss Marple, where Miss Marple...
What she's not showing you... You don't have to show them, but the cover's super weird, because it's an old cover, right?
It is. It's probably the 7th. Here, I'll just show you.
Oh my gosh!
It's so freaky. I would like to read Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. There's a movie.
There is a movie coming out in October, an adaptation of that Kenneth Branagh is making with another star-studded cast. It was supposed to come out a year ago, but they've postponed it for this year.
COVID.
I know. Really looking forward to it.
I liked Murder on the
Loved
Orient
that
Express.
last one. That was really good.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
So hopefully it'll be like that.
Yeah.
So I'd like to read that, and I'd like to read Evil Under the Sun. Another Poirot.
Which I've watched that one.
Yeah.
With Peter Ustinov.
Right. And a woman is found dead on the beach in her bathing suit. So that's, can't get more beachy than that. And then I haven't read this, but I feel like Kidnapped by Robert Louis Stevenson would be a good summer read because it takes place
What's
on the
other
water.
famous one that he did?
Well, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh, wow.
Which is a bit different.
That's really famous.
It is. It is. So I have not read Kidnapped, but I'd like to. I'd also like to read some of the naval books of Frederick Marryat. Luminous Libro, Kaylee from that channel, she did a recommendation video, and
specifically for you. That was really cool.
It was really cool.
She's awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoy her channel, and she recommended his works based off of my Goodreads page. And finally, I think The Light in the Piazza by Elizabeth Spencer would be a good summer read. I've seen the movie and I've seen the musical, but I've never read the book.
I didn't know there was a book.
There is. It's a short story, I think.
Aww.
And it takes place in Italy.
So those are our summer book recommendations. We hope that any of those, I'm intrigued, and there's a lot of interesting books that are coming out that I think will be neat to read, but I'm eager to talk to you guys back in a future video.
Right.
Once we've read them. But thank you so much for joining along with us. If you have any summer book recommendations for us or for any other viewers, please leave them below in the comments. Please like and subscribe.
Always.
If you'd like to see any more videos like this from us in the future. And y'all just have a very blessed summer. Bye.
would recommend. Well, I can't say that I haven't read it.
Anywho, again, I'm sorry. Another. Ooh, hello. It's also.
No, I was in pain because the cat.
No, I know.
Doug.
I saw that.
Okay.
That's very famous.
Isn't it?
I've never read it though.
Just laughed at it. Just like, jump ahead.
All of those vibes. So,
apparently.
Ooh, a handsome young man.
Yes.
Ooh, his tail. Gosh, compose yourself. Great day. Thank you. I would like to confirm that this is now recording because earlier we filmed the whole thing. We talked about books and it wasn't recording. And I cried. No, I didn't, but I wanted to. We got through it!
Yes! It is recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay.